When we travel, we end up carrying too many chargers. One for the iPhone, one for the Apple Watch, then a pouch full of cables that never stays neat. We have tried cleaner setups before, but most of them come with trade-offs. Either the phone charges fast and the watch feels secondary, or the setup looks good but feels awkward day to day. So when Torras showed us the Flasheye all-in-one charger, a single plug that powers both the iPhone and the Apple Watch, it instantly caught our attention. And since this is launching through Kickstarter, it also felt like the right moment to look at it closely. Now that we have it in hand, let's see how this charger actually fits into real life. When we pulled it out, the first thing we noticed was the size. It is genuinely small, around 81 grams, and that number sounds abstract until you hold it. It feels closer to a compact phone charger than a dual-device setup. The shape is simple, but that 45-degree angled design changes how you use it. It plugs straight into the wall, and the Apple Watch sits at an angle that feels intentional rather than decorative. On a desk, the angle helps. On a wall socket near a bed, it also helps. And yes, that angle triggers the Apple Watch night clock mode naturally, which feels like one of those quiet Apple ecosystem wins. It does not scream about it. It just works the way you expect it to. The build feels solid. The shell stays warm but never uncomfortable, and that becomes important later when we talk about heat. Setup is almost boring, which is a compliment. You plug it in. You place the Apple Watch on the magnetic pad. You connect a USB-C cable for your iPhone. That is it. No pairing. No learning curve. And from day one, the workflow feels clean. At night, we used it as a nightstand charger. Phone on the cable, watch on the pad. One outlet used. In the morning, both devices were full without us thinking about charging order. On a work desk, it kept the watch visible for notifications, and the phone stayed within reach without cable clutter spreading everywhere. Travel is where this design really makes sense. One charger replaces two bricks. That alone reduces mental load, which matters more than we admit. Now let's talk about how it charges, because this is where Torras leans into GaN tech and smart power allocation. On paper, the USB-C port can push up to 45 watts. In real use, that means fast charging for modern iPhones, and it even has enough headroom for devices like an iPad or a MacBook Air in a pinch. With an iPhone connected and the Apple Watch charging wirelessly, the system balances power automatically. You do not feel throttling in a way that breaks your routine. The phone still charges fast enough that short top-ups actually matter. A coffee break gave us a meaningful battery jump, which is what fast charging should feel like. The Apple Watch side stays consistent at 5 watts, which is exactly what it should be. No weird disconnects. No overheating on the watch surface. This is where Torras quietly does something right. The charger uses GaN ZVS architecture and a layered heat insulation design. That sounds technical, but what it means for you is simple. It does not turn into a hand warmer. We paid attention during longer sessions. Phone charging near full, watch charging from low battery. And, during that, the outer shell stayed warm but controlled. Its watch pad stayed under that uncomfortable heat zone that cheap chargers often cross. According to their claims, temperatures stay below 38 degrees on the watch surface, and from touch alone, that feels believable. Over time, this matters for battery health. Even though this is framed around Apple Watch and iPhone, the USB-C port is more flexible than the branding suggests. It supports PD 3.0, PPS, QC 4.0, and other fast charge protocols. That means Android phones, tablets, and even lightweight laptops can use this charger. We tested it with an iPad and an Android phone. Charging behavior adjusted automatically. You do not need to think about modes or switches. That flexibility makes it more than a niche accessory. Because this is a Kickstarter product, it feels important to say this. Torras is not a random brand. They already have a track record with chargers and thermal management. This product feels finished rather than experimental. Early backers are basically buying into convenience and trust rather than hype. You are supporting a product that solves a real daily problem with a thoughtful design. That matters in crowdfunding. After living with the Torras Flasheye Charger, it becomes something you stop thinking about. That is the highest compliment we can give a charger. It simplifies your setup, reduces clutter, and behaves predictably. It does not try to impress with flashy tricks, but focuses on heat control, smart power delivery, and practical design choices. Yeah, there are small limitations, but none of them broke our routine. If you live in the Apple ecosystem, travel often, or just want a cleaner desk or nightstand, this makes sense. Especially as a single outlet solution that respects both your phone and your watch. And that was all about the charger. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more videos.